And what do you do? Oh, how I loathe this dreaded question. Once I attended a fundraiser with my friend Lori, an emergency medicine physician and assistant professor. When asked this question, she could literally answer with, "I save lives and teach other people to save lives. It's kind of my thing, you know, helping people cheat death and all." I, on the other hand, could honestly answer this question with, "I spend a lot of time removing poop from my bathtub and going to Target." How is a stay-at-home mom supposed to answer this question? I feel like my response to this question must somehow prove that I am a contributing member of society. It must prove that I believe in equality for women and I am not a Stepford wife. It must prove that I do more during the day than just eat yogurt while daydreaming about John Stamos and pinning things to my kid's birthday party to shame all other parties and make other mothers feel inadequate board on Pinterest. It must prove that I have an identity outside of being a mother and a wife. It is for this reason that I always have to stop myself before going into a diatribe of why I am not working. I haven't worked in a while because my husband is an ER physician, and it's been too hard to balance our schedule around our children, and since my father-in-law went back to work, it's been more difficult to arrange for childcare, and I am educated. I have a master's degree. One day, while driving back from Dallas, I got pulled over for speeding. I was on hour 4 of our trip, and the kids were hyped up on McDonald's, so I must have missed the 35-mile-per-hour sign. I saw the cop car pull out behind me, and I prayed for the lights to not come on, and then they came on anyway, and I pulled over. "I clocked you going 50 miles per hour in a 35. Any reason you were going that fast?" he asked. "There's always a reason." That day, the reason was if I had to listen to Despicable Me one more time, I would officially know every line of that movie without ever having watched it, and that was not a skill I was interested in acquiring that day. I didn't say it was a good reason. "I thought the speed limit was 50, I'm sorry," I said. "Do you work?" he asked. "No. Are you unemployed or just a housewife?" And there it was, my worst fear, to be a just. Just implies not important. Just implies I have nothing to contribute. "Just a housewife," I mumbled. I drove away with my speeding ticket and bruised pride. I beat myself up over not being able to pay attention to the task at hand. That's why I'm constantly running into things when I park. But more so, I beat myself up over not being more. One night, the answer came to me through a children's book. I was tucking my son in, and I was reading him The Fantastic Flying Books of Mr. Morris Lesmore. The main character, Mr. Morris Lesmore, is a writer and a lover of books. One day, his world is torn apart by a storm, and he finds himself in a library filled with living books. He becomes their caretaker and sometimes loans out books to the townspeople. He loans out some well-known stories and some not well-known because everyone's story matters, even mine. It may not matter to a whole lot of people, but it matters a lot to 2 very important people. To them, I am just enough. I am just the person that knows that at bedtime, track 2 is the only acceptable track on the Mozart bedtime CD, and it must be repeated. I am just the person who knows how to cut a sandwich into the right size pieces. I am just the person who knows how to tuck them in the right way at night. I am just the person who knows how to talk to them when they're scared, when they're hurt, when they're frustrated. Maybe to some people that's just sad. That's okay. I don't answer to those people. I answer to myself and to 2 very important people who think that what I do matters. So maybe one day I will do more, but right now, this is just enough.